Scotland announces full lockdown, closing schools for all of January.
Here's a summary of the article.
Scotland will be placed in a full lockdown from midnight on Monday for the duration of January in an effort to stop the coronavirus pandemic spiralling out of control, Nicola Sturgeon has announced. The First Minister said in an emergency statement to Holyrood that all Scotland's schools would remain closed for the whole of January, shifting to online learning, because of the risks posed by the new COVID variant B.1.1.7. The new stay-at-home rules, mirroring the very strict controls imposed last March, would also be legally enforced and greatly restrict who was able to travel, the Scottish Government's cabinet agreed earlier on Monday. While Scotland has not experienced the sharp escalation in the number of COVID patients in hospital seen in parts of England over the last week, the number of positive cases has risen to new heights every day, hitting 2,464 on Sunday. NHS boards were already under intense pressure. 96% of the beds in Ayrshire and Arran were full, as were 60% of those in Greater Glasgow and Clyde, Borders and Lanarkshire health boards. Today's case numbers 1,905 new cases, with 15% of tests being positive, illustrate the severity and urgency of the situation. The new tougher measures would come into effect across mainland Scotland, which is already under the toughest tier of Scotland's alert system, Level 4. Scotland's island groups, the Western Isles, Shetland and Orkney, would remain at Level 3 for now, Ms. Sturgeon added.
This post received a score of 42,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Here in Austria lockdown extension to the 24th of January 2021. I saw this and thought for a second, holy shit, planning through next year. And then I remembered. Tempus fugit.
Did the same thing, such a strange number for the current year, feels like I'm in the future.
It does feel like the future, but so far kind of like a dystopian one.
Get ready for the Season 2 twist villain, aliens.
I, for one, welcome our new alien overlords.
I second the motion. If we're lucky enough to get vaporized, we won't have to worry about vaccine distribution or a world war anymore. Thumbs up medium light skin tone.
If we are really lucky, they'll just capture our leaders and ask for ransom or something. But we would not negotiate with space terrorists.
Good principle applied well.
These are the current case numbers over the past 7 days for each UK country cases. Country, daily AVG last 7 days, per 100k, Wales, 2,238.4, 71.3 England, 46,226.6, 82.6 NE, 1,787.1, 98.7 Scotland, 2,095.6, 38.5.
I went to check the US and was surprised to see we only had 67 per 100k. Of course parts like Arizona had double that at 128 per 100k.
The UK is one of the most densely populated areas in Europe. The USA is 33.67 people per square kilometre. The United Kingdom is 279 people per square kilometre. Of course, that doesn't tell the whole picture as the population isn't evenly distributed and most populations are concentrated.
You'd be surprised reading those stats and trying to picture what the UK is like as an American. You'd think the place was absolutely crammed to shit. It's not. Not outside major cities, and even they aren't that crowded. The opposite sticks out when you're a British person and visit a US city. A lot of major US cities feel crazy empty outside of the obvious ones.
Is that because many towns and villages are within walking distance of each other? Whereas in the US everything is hours away by car, etc.
Driving distance sure, but I'm not taking an hour-long walk down a road with no footpath.
In North America that would get you near the edge of the city you left, haha.
Greater than in North America that would get you near the edge of the city you left, haha. In Phoenix, if you started in downtown, you'd have another 8 hours of walking ahead of you.
In my neighborhood, that wouldn't 7 get you to the Wawa.
Love Wawa.
England is having an announcement at 8 p.m. GMT. Wouldn't be surprised if it's a full lockdown as well.
Was it?
Yep. As a school treat, all exams have been cancelled. Scowls in Hermione.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.